Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go. So it's finally here, Deadpool and Wolverine. I loved this film. This film was the most fun I've had in the cinema all year. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it is the best film of the year. It's a good film, it's a Deadpool film, it's everything you expect it to be, but also at the same time, you know, it's not Dune 2. Like, Dune 2 is like, mwah, pure cinema. Deadpool 3, it's fun, it's big, it's bombastic. I enjoyed it a lot. And sometimes, that's okay. It doesn't need to be like the pinnacle of high art or anything. No, just a fun, enjoyable film. That's all you need sometimes. And I feel like this year has been really lacking for film. Like Dune Part 2, mwah, masterpiece. Challenges, I love. That's my fix of cinema. But then in terms of just like, you know, light, fluffy, enjoyable entertainment, there hasn't really been much. The Fall Guy was great. I enjoyed that film a lot. But then like, other than that, I can't really list off anything. And now that we're finally here, Deadpool and Wolverine just made me so happy as a fan of Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, as I said before, I'm not the most massive of X-Men fans, but this film just really pleased me. Ryan Reynolds has not skipped a beat as Deadpool. He's still doing the Deadpool stuff from the previous films, and he feels much more like the comic book character since the first film. Like, he's great in the first film, don't get me wrong, but the first Deadpool film, whilst it probably is the best of the Deadpool movies, it kind of struggles in the sense of it doesn't entirely capture the essence of the character. It feels a little whitewashed. Deadpool 2 is a better representation of the Deadpool character, though I do think it is a slightly weaker film than the first one. But Deadpool and Wolverine just... Oh, it was so good to finally see Deadpool and Wolverine on screen. Hugh Jackman, my boy, one of, if not is the best comic book casting for a character. He's so good in this film. It's so finally nice to see, like, Berserker Wolverine, but in a film that's more light and fun. Like, yes, Logan is great, there's no denying that, but also at the same time too, this film doesn't diminish Logan. Like, you can watch and enjoy Logan. This Wolverine, he's like a different Wolverine, but at the same time too, he isn't Logan Wolverine. And I feel like the film does a fun job at poking fun at Logan in terms of, like, the film opens and we see Deadpool dig up Logan's grave from Logan, and then he kills a bunch of TVA members with Logan's corpse. It's funny. In no way, shape, or form am I just gonna watch Logan and go, oh my god, they've desecrated this pure piece of cinema. No, it was funny. It's the joke. In many ways, this was a film I very much needed this year. I needed something light and fun and fluffy that I could just watch and enjoy. Like, sure, yeah, if you do some digging and you start, like, poking holes in the story and the flimsy... Yeah, you'll find it. I'm not denying that. But in terms of just as a cinema experience, going around with a packed cinema, I had fun. I really enjoyed it. In terms of the superficial stuff in regards to the story, like the cameos, yeah, I do wish we got more of the core X-Men. I wish we got Professor X and Magneto and Cyclops and Jean and Storm. We didn't get them. That's fine. I just wish we got a little bit more. Like, when we get to the third act and Deadpool and Wolverine are, like, teaming up and Wolverine finally puts on the mask, yeah, I did kind of want to see the original X-Men show up and, you know, have them play either the 90s theme or the John Ottman theme. The da 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 da. But at the same time, too, it's called Deadpool and Wolverine, not Deadpool and the X-Men, so I get why they weren't in the film. I'm still holding out for them showing up in Secret Wars. And look, cameos don't make a film, but the cameos in Deadpool 3 brought a smile to my face. They were really fun and entertaining. You know, we got Jennifer Garner as Elektra, we got Wesley Snipes as Blade, we got Channing Tatum as Gambit, and that was the one that really made me the most happy, because it was like, he finally got to play the character he dreamed of playing. And not only was the gags with Gambit really funny, but also too, it was just like, yeah, it was really nice that Ryan Reynolds was, like, able to bring Channing Tatum and, like, help him achieve his dream. You know, there's so much you can praise about this film, just in terms of its sincerity and heart. Like, Ryan Reynolds just really cares about Deadpool. He's very business savvy, he's very much in tune with his fans, he knows what they want, and just... it was really sweet. It was really nice. Like, seeing Channing Tatum on screen as Gambit, I was like, damn, Ryan Reynolds, well done. That's such a nice gesture. The Johnny Storm cameo was really great too, because it kind of, like, throws you off guard. At first you think it's Captain America because they dressed Chris Evans in a Captain America-esque looking costume, but he's wearing a cloak. And then he screams flame on, and then he fights Pyro, and it's like, whoa, wait, Johnny Storm? Okay, that's a really cool way to, like, tease the cameo. But not only that, when you see him do the superhero landing, he's wearing the Captain America trousers, so you as the audience think, oh, it's Captain America. So the Johnny Storm surprise was really nice. But again, I do wish we got more references to the Fox universe in the sense of I wish we got the 2015 Fantastic Four and the original Fantastic Four. The film has many scenes that I can point to and go, that was a great scene. That scene was really impactful. Like when Cassandra Nova just invades Deadpool's mind and then, starts to reveal his worst fears about how, when he breaks up with Vanessa, we see an element of that flashback, but she warps it and has Vanessa go, oh, you are worthless. No one will care about you. That was really good. That was really impactful. You have the scene in the car between Deadpool and Wolverine where they just fight. And it's so good. Like, not only is it just a good comedic bit, but the tension, the drama. When Wolverine just snaps at Deadpool and just, has a full-on go at him. Loved it. I also love the gag when they're fighting and they keep smashing the radio and they keep playing music from, The Greatest Showman. I do wish that was a little bit longer in terms of, The Greatest Showman references, but other than that, it was fun. And speaking of radio references, I love that the opening sequence of this film is Deadpool killing the TVA guys, and they're using Bye Bye Bye, which is just really funny because that NSYNC song is also in X2 when they escape the mansion and then they turn on the radio and they have Bye 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 playing. I just think that's such a cool, niche little reference. And I know I'm just listing off the references and cameos and characters and stuff. Yes, that is the charm of the film, but also, at the same time, there is a heart to the film. There's an element of, sincerity to the film. It's Deadpool and Wolverine becoming friends. They do the thing in the comics where they fight for a bit and then they're mates. To coin a Mr. Sunday Movies and Weekly Planet phrase. In many ways, the ending to this film is very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy, where Deadpool and Wolverine, they save the sacred timeline using the power of friendship. And do you know what? I don't care. It works. I can suspend my disbelief. I'm just enjoying the film. I'm taking it for what it is. The bond between Deadpool and Wolverine was not only just a good representation of their dynamic from the comics, but also just seeing it brought to screen. It's great. There's some stuff in the film that I don't really care for, like the TVA stuff. I've never really cared for that in the MCU. And I don't think this film as a whole is going to save the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I think it's a step in the right direction. I feel like Kevin Feige has seen this film being made and just went, okay, yeah. This is kind of what we need to do. Just simplify everything, don't overcomplicate everything, and in many ways, just please and service the fans, but in a respectful way. The cameos in this film are great. Seeing the tiny representation of Wolverine, the comic accurate version of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. That was funny. I appreciated that. Henry Cavill's cameo as Wolverine was fun. It wasn't necessary, but it was fun to see. Also, nice little jab at DC there when they're just oh, we'll treat you much better than the guys over at DC. They don't explicitly say DC by name, but yeah, they pretty much just went, yeah, we'll treat you nicer, Henry, don't worry. The little glimpse we see of Wolverine in the burgundy and yellow costume fighting Hulk. That's cool. That's a nice little reference. But again, those references, whilst they're nice to see, they don't take away from the overall heart and soul of the film. Even when X-23 shows up, again, she's there to boost Logan, to support him, to go, yeah, you don't think you're a hero, but you will eventually rise to the occasion, which he does in the third act. And not to mention the heart and sincerity that comes from Hugh Jackman's return as Wolverine, where he's finally wearing the yellow costume, and it's not just a key jangly, hey look, he's got and wearing the yellow costume. It's very much a thing of him going, no, I've earned this costume because I want to be a hero, because I'm here to live and honor Charles's memory, Scott's memory, Jean's memory. They all believed in me to be a hero. So here I am wearing this costume, and I'm finally proving myself to be a hero. Even in the third act where he puts on the mask and then him and Deadpool fight all the Deadpools and stuff, it's just really good to see. The costume looks great, but it also comes from a thematic place in the story. The action sequences for this film are also really fun and engaging. Granted, the one where all the cameos show up, where Elektra and Blade and Gambit show up and stuff, that has a little bit too much shaky cam for my taste. But then we have the action scene with Deadpool and Wolverine in the street where they fight the other Deadpools, and it was such a fun action scene. It was an homage to Oldboy, I think, where the camera was just pretty much dollying from the side, and then you have Deadpool and Wolverine just in full costume, just going nah, shing, shing. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have Madonna's Like a Prayer just stuck in my head now. It just fit the scene so perfectly, and it was just so fun, and you're just yeah, this film is just so enjoyable. That's what I found the Deadpool films to be. They're a nice balance of comedy, entertainment, and heart. There is nothing soulless about this film. I'm not watching it say The Flash and I go ugh, this is just really hollow and fake. No, there is genuine passion and love here. I'm sure in the coming months Twitter is gonna tear this movie apart. I know, they probably will, but at the same time too, I don't care. I enjoyed this film. And if you enjoyed the film, don't let others' negative opinions detract from your ones. I mean, that's kind of a thing just as a whole. If I don't like something, you as an audience watching my videos, you're allowed to disagree with me. That's completely fine. I'm not trying to tear down a thing you like. You can like the things you like, but also at the same time too, you do have to acknowledge sometimes that some things on paper are bad. But even still, the point I'm trying to make is that if you like something that someone else doesn't like, that's fine. Even if you acknowledge that on paper it's bad, that's fine. you can still enjoy it. You're free to enjoy it. I do find it funny how the film ends and it kind of just teases, yeah, this isn't the end for Deadpool and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they're staying around. They're gonna show up. They will be in Secret Wars. More or less. Like, they didn't say that outright, but yeah, it pretty much just shows, yeah, they're gonna show up in Secret Wars. And if Secret Wars is done with as much care as Deadpool and Wolverine, then I think Secret Wars will also be an enjoyable blockbuster. Heck, I feel like they're also teasing Deadpool 4, Deadpool and Wolverine 2, whatever they want to call it. Like, I feel like they just want to keep continuing. I mean, they even make a joke about this. Disney wants Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds to play these roles for ages. They want to bring Hugh Jackman back so he plays Logan till he's like 90. It's a funny joke, but also, yeah, of course, like, people enjoy Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and they enjoy Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Of course they're gonna milk it for ages. They probably will make a Deadpool and Wolverine 2, and just, I'd be down for that. I really would. I enjoy the characters' chemistry. I love Ryan and Hugh together on screen. I'm down for it. But with this film, do I think that the MCU is back? Or at least my interest in it isn't really back. Like, I'm more interested in seeing Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Wolverine and see how they fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm excited to see them in the big event films. I'm anticipating Secret Wars and the interactions and seeing who they bring into Secret Wars. Maybe even seeing Deadpool and Wolverine interact with Spider-Man. But even still, I wouldn't say Marvel is, like, back as a brand for me. I'm not just like, yeah, I'm biting at the nails for, like, every single film now. Nah, I feel like that ship has sailed for me. I do feel like Secret Wars needs to, like, put Marvel to bed for a little bit, and then they just, you know, restart. But yeah, in all honesty, that's kind of all I've got to say on Deadpool and Wolverine, in the sense of, like, there's a lot of things you could, like, talk about in terms of, like, cameos and, like, references and Easter eggs and stuff, but just in terms of as a film, I enjoyed it. I really did. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I had a good time with it. So those are my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did it meet your expectations? Did it over-deliver? Did it under-deliver? Leave it all down there. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media, all the good stuff. Until we meet again, see you guys next time.
Go fuck yourself.